Welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Kota. Today we're making scalloped corn. I don't know what scalloped means, but the ingredients make it sound pretty good. And this time, I haven't started yet. So we'll get the full thing. I should look at the camera instead of my hand. Alright, so I saw on Ratatouille that you just chop those bad boys and everything's fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. She made it look really easy on the cartoon, so how hard it could be. So now I'm crying from the onions. Oh, it's rough. Oh, my eyes are burning. I heard if you chew gum, it fixes that problem. I don't have any gum though. I ate my last piece like yesterday. So, I'm not gonna do that. I still have half an onion to chop. Can't see. Wish me luck. The recipe calls for a casserole dish. I don't know what that is. I think that means a square pan. I don't have one of those. I have round ones. So, I think I'm just going to use the round one. Because that should work just fine, right? I mean, the only difference is one's round, one's square. So, use one of those. Butter that bad boy up. Mix everything in there. And we'll have scalloped corn for tomorrow. Because it's 10 o'clock, I think, right now. And I don't feel like eating scalloped corn. But tomorrow, I'll be happy that I've already made it. This one's actually turning out pretty easy. I thought for sure I would mess something up by now, but I haven't yet. We're doing pretty good. I'm only on step 1, but we're doing good. Just to combine the corn and milk. I don't want to make another dish, so I think I'm just going to combine it in the pan. And I think that'll work. Oh, shoot. Oh, it says one large can. Never mind. I didn't look at how much corn I should use. But lucky for me, it was a whole can. That's pretty good. Oh, I need to recycle that. But yeah, so now I'm gonna find the milk. I know some of us like to drink milk straight from the milk jug. So, this is for you guys. You know who you are. So I'm just gonna put the milk in the corn. Already looking great. No, kind of looks like throw up. But it should be fine. And then just put everything else. It said spices. Oh, salt and pepper. That's a spice, apparently. Okay, yeah. So I gotta get that. And I gotta put... I'm looking at this, by the way. I gotta get breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna figure that out now. So I know the box says breadcrumbs and everything, but I didn't expect it to just be like breadcrumbs. I don't know what I thought it was, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. I don't know what panko even means. I don't know if it's like a type of bread or what, but into the bowl, into the pan. So it's gonna go now. Now I gotta get. When did I need to put butter? Oh, dot with butter. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Now I gotta have 1/4 of a cup of onions in there. The white onions. Personally, I like the red onions better, but that's all right. This definitely is not gonna be enough onions. I don't think though. So I'm gonna put some more in there. So you just yank them in there. There you go. And then now I just gotta find something to mix everything up with. I think the best one would be the fork. The magic of video editing. It's all mixed. Pretty good, I think. I don't know. And I mean, nothing in it's raw. So I could try it how it is now. Let's do this. See if it's any good. That's pretty good. Needs to be cooked. But it's pretty good. Again, figuring out what dot with butter even means. I I guess it just means to cut little pieces of the butter. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'd call these dots. They're more like little spires of butter. But I think that'll be okay. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Now I think it's done. I just have to cook it now. But like I said, I'm gonna do that in the tomorrow time because it's late now and I don't want to wait 30 more minutes for this to cook. It is 2019. Why do I still have to wait for the oven to preheat? It should be instant heat. Why are we still using this caveman technology where I have to wait 20 minutes before I can start cooking something? It's the worst. And besides, the oven I'm using is... and it's the least accurate oven in the whole wide world. Turns out this plate, LL Bean, fits perfectly on the circle one, the circle pan. So now all I gotta do is find room in my fridge for it, and then we should be good. So now we're gonna say good night, scalloped corn, and go to bed, and then come back tomorrow after work and cook it. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a great dinner. Before I can go to bed, there's a whole heck of a lot left to do for cleanup, because right now my whole apartment smells like onions. As you guys can, or as you can imagine, you guys, as you can imagine. So I guess they can just, do you refrigerate onions? I don't know. I know it didn't come refrigerated, but I feel like it should be. So I'm going to put them in a little container and just eat them on things, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should have just bought pre-cut onions because I didn't need a whole thing. Maybe I should have just quadrupled the recipe and made just a whole bunch of scalloped corn. So I'm actually laying in bed right now, and the only thing I can smell is onions, and my eyes are still super burning. So maybe there's a better way to do that, since my kitchen's like 10 feet from my bed. But it's too late now. My eyes water, and I guess maybe it'll help me go to sleep. That's a new sleep remedy. If you can't sleep, cut some onions. You won't want to open your eyes ever again. And works out. Alright, back at it again. Just took a photo a second ago because I didn't switch it to the camera or the video. But gonna get back onto the scalloped corn, and almost done, and things are already happening. You would recall from probably a minute ago, maybe 30 seconds, I put this in the fridge underneath the plate, and it expanded. Now that makes sense since it is bread. My butter spires have fallen. It smells good, so we should be fine. So all I gotta do now is pop that bad boy in the oven, and then that's it, I think, and then eat it. Now, would it have saved time if I had started by preheating the oven? Well, yeah, it definitely would have. But then I wouldn't get that time to reflect on my life and kind of get a good little... No, I don't have anything. It was a mistake. I should have preheated the oven first, but I didn't, and that's fine. Now I just gotta wait 30 minutes to preheat it, but maybe we can whip up something else. Scalloped corn is a side dish, so what we're gonna need now is a main dish. So let's see what we've got to work with. We have sugar, flour, all that fun stuff, some Oreos, not really a main dish though. Peanut butter, Cheez-Its, goldfish, popcorn galore, some peanuts, some soup, some corned beef hash. Now that would be a little on theme for what we're doing here, kind of a corn themed meal. But I do have a special ingredient towards the back, and that's gonna be, in Welsh, they call it bacon, but here in America we call it bacon. And what's great about bacon is that you can heat it up or cook it, whatever. You can cook it, store it for like a whole gosh darn week, eat it for breakfast every single day. And isn't that just the dream we're living right now? Eating bacon every single day for breakfast. So I think that might be the meal that goes with it. Maybe some eggs too. I don't know how well eggs will go with corn. It's too much yellow. So might just have to stick with the bacon. Yeah, bacon it is. So let's get started on that. We're gonna get started on the corned beef hash. I don't want the bacon anymore. Change my mind. That's okay. Corned beef hash, super easy to make, but can't really start it until, ooh, there's ice on that. Until the corn stuff is at least in the oven, because it takes 30 minutes to cook. So while it's in the oven, be cooking that corned beef hash. Get some eggs on there too, because gosh, I love eggs on things, especially potato, onion, corned beef. Just merger. I don't know what it's called, but it's super good, and that's what I want. So we're gonna do that. And it's pretty close to 350, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on there. So all I'm gonna do is put this into the oven. So yeah, because that's what it says to do. We're gonna check on that. We're gonna check on it in 20 minutes because this, like I said, this oven's a little special. You know what that means? We're gonna get started on the corned beef hash. Doesn't that just look appetizing? A little bit like dog food. Hope it didn't make you gag. But it ends up being very delicious, I promise. It's not gross at all. It gets brown eventually, doesn't stay pink. If you've never had it before. Don't know if you've ever had it, never asked you. In there, we can turn up the oven, or what's it called? The stove, the range, the burner. We're gonna go with burner. We can turn on the burner and get, oh shoot, I don't have a spatula. Hold on. These, which one would work as a spatula best? I'm gonna say this one. Alright, so the corned beef hash is going pretty good. It's not getting very crispy. So I think I should turn this up. I guess that's pretty low. So when in doubt, what do? Double the amount. So we're gonna put it at 5. Sounds like a plan to me. I did decide that I want eggs with it too, because you just can't have corned beef hash without eggs. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook corned beef hash first, then we're gonna toss a couple eggs. Maybe I'll just toss the eggs in there with it. I think you can do that. I'll wait till it's almost done. No, because I like how it looks. No, what we're gonna do, cook corned beef hash, then cook the eggs, put the eggs on top. Corn thing will be done. Everything will work out perfect. Just as cooking always does. Because it's not an art or a science. It's a skill. What we're gonna do, turn that thing on to 3, right there. And then something I've always wanted to try but I've never done is to crack an egg with one hand. So that's what we're gonna do now. I did learn from Alton Brown that you're supposed to crack it on a flat surface, not on an edge. So we'll do that. And then I'll just, oh, it worked! I did it! Well, you saw it here first, folks. So I don't know how to tell if it's done. Like I said, it's a little soft, but I've tasted it, and it's delicious. Did a great job on it. Don't know, like I said, if it's done or not, so it might not taste how it's supposed to, but should be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate it on my plate here, and then once this egg is done over here, meal will be ready. Oh, a long process over 2 days. I'm glad you're with me the whole way. Alright, everything's plated. Looks pretty tasty to me. So I'm going to dig into this. And then after, I'm going to do the best part of cooking, and that is the dishes. Thanks for joining me in the second episode of Cooking with Kota. Got it right that time. Don't expect it to happen every time. And thanks for watching.